Hi. So, one of my majors is marine biology. So, biology is like a large part of what I'm interested in, and for that reason, I chose to do my presentation on Los Parques Naturales en España y Hispanoamérica. Natural parks are a great way for countries to preserve their natural beauty and for their citizens to be able to come and visit them. One of Spain's most famous national parks is El Parque Natural de Doñana. The Doñana Natural Reserve is one of the most protected areas in Europe because it's a kind of a last refuge for many of the endangered species, such as the Iberian lynx, lives on the land. And the reserve has more than 100,000 protected acres on which these species can live. It consists of marshes, which the animals use for water, and then a Mediterranean forest, which they can use for shelter. That's where the Iberian lynx thrives, is in those forests. And it is also one of the most biodiverse natural areas in Europe, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to learn more about it. Over 300 species live in the area. Many of those species are aquatic birds. And another fun fact, they have jeep tours that you can go on to tour the Doñana National Park. Another national park is Rapa Nui Isla de Pascua, or better known as Easter Island. The Easter Island is a triangle-shaped island that is about 165 square kilometers. And it gets that triangle shape because it emerged as a result of 3 different volcanic eruptions. The island has one of the largest systems of volcanic caves, more than 1,000 caves around the island. And it gets the name Rapa Nui Isla because the Rapa Nui were believed to be the first people who lived there. They have a festival in the first 2 weeks of February to honor these people, and it's a way for the islanders who live there now to kind of unite with the culture from back then and to bring the youth into the culture. One of the competitions that they have is called Tacona, which is a body painting ceremony where they use natural pigments found in the land, and then they mix them together and they have to paint meaningful symbols all over their bodies. Easter Island heads are actually called Moai, and there are 600 Moai that are on the mountain, but 397 of them are centrally located in the Rano Raku Quarry. The mystery how they moved is still, well, a mystery, and National Geographic actually came out with an article about how they moved them using ropes. It was a possible way of how they moved them, but even they declared that the actual way that they moved them is still a mystery. The last wonder I'd like to talk about are the Iguazú waterfalls. The waterfalls are located in Brazil and Argentina. It originates from the Iguazú River, which, like I said, is on the border of Brazil and Argentina, and there are 275 individual drop-offs of these waterfalls. Because it is in between 2 countries, there's the Iguazú National Park in Argentina, but it's called the Iguacu National Park in Brazil. There are special walkways that were built around the falls so that people can go down and get up close to the natural wonder. So I said there were 275 individual drops, but half of the river flows through a long and narrow chasm called Devil's Throat, and on the Brazilian side there's a canyon, and they built a walkway down where everyone can look at the Devil's Throat up close. And on the Brazilian side they also have helicopter tours, but something that I found interesting was on the Argentina side of things, the helicopter tours are actually prohibited because of the damage that is done to the plants that live on the cliffs. Okay, so now time for some questions. Verdad o falso? El bosque mediterráneo es la ecosistema en el Doñana. Verdad o falso? El misterio de Rapa Nui Isla de Pascua está completamente resuelto. Verdad o falso? Las cataratas de Iguazú son en uno país. ¿Qué animal es principalmente en el Parque de Doñana? Gatos, perros, aves, peces. ¿Cómo se llaman los estatuas en Rapa Nui Isla de Pascua? Moai, las Pascuas, Cibrezas. ¿Cuántos gotas hay en las cataratas de Iguazú? 100, 275, 700, 1000. ¿Cuántos hectáreas hay en el Parque Natural de Doñana? ¿Qué dos países cerca de Iguazú? Bye, and thanks for listening.